my shit together here. Pardon
Yeah,
me.
get your shit together, girl.
I'm coming. Okay. Ooh, I got crumbs all over here.
Oh, well, whatever.
Maybe they won't notice.
No, they won't see them.
Good morning, everybody. Good morning. It is, hold on, give you the date.
Like, you have to blow your nose.
I did. It rained all of a sudden, and I didn't want snot coming
This is
out.
becoming an issue.
Her
nose?
Yeah.
My nose.
Yeah.
Oh, well.
Especially at the beginning, when she's supposed to do the intro.
When I'm supposed to do the intro. I'm
Well,
Whoopi
another
Goldberg
one
of
of
the
us could
crowd.
do an intro,
But she's good at it.
but no, go ahead.
No, by all means.
It'd be
Please,
your job, honey.
She's got good hair, too.
She's got a lot of it.
She does have a lot of hair.
She looks good, though, on this.
Do you want to tell
Oh,
them who
sorry.
we are?
Hi. Good morning. Sunday, July 25th, 2021, episode number 56.
56?
56.
Oh, I thought we were 50.
Flock around the table is flocking again.
We're
I even got
flipping,
wings. Look at that.
flocking. We're
I got wings.
You two have wings. Oh my god.
I'm never alone. I can always have somebody waving at me. Hi, I'm Deb.
And Sue.
And Micah.
And we're here again on a Sunday morning.
Boy, we are monochromatic. Look at us.
Oh my.
We didn't even plan
No,
this.
we did not plan this, guys.
We're going to have to work on this.
Yeah.
Yeah. The other option.
We
for you
should
this
text
morning-
each other in the morning going, gray, black,
Yeah. And
hot
we-
pink.
And then we
You know what I mean? Like it should be.
Somebody should be more
Somebody needs
colorful.
to stand out, damn it. We all
I have a
shouldn't
little
be just
color in
blah.
mine. I have salty
You
siren
do
today.
have. You do have a
I'm
little
a
color.
salty siren. Yep.
I have my. Give me my coffee and my yarn.
And my yarn.
And back away
The
slowly.
wonderful Skittles.
I have my Taste My Rainbow shorts on. They're Skittles.
Skittles. Micah's dressed as if she's going out to dinner or something. She probably has a date afterwards. So, anyhow, so
I dress as if I'm going out to breakfast.
Right.
we're going to Sue's Diner.
Yeah.
Sue's Diner, which is
Yeah. Well,
always
there's
get
a
on-
story behind that. I don't know if we've told you that, but we'll reiterate it. Is when my friends say something to me in the neighborhood, I said, "Oh yeah, I found a new breakfast place." Really? Cool. Where is it? And I said, "Oh, Zionsville." What's the name? Sue's Diner. Sue's Diner? I haven't heard of that. Oh, I said, it's exclusive. I said, we never know what we're going to get. We just dropped in and then. So is it like a pop-up restaurant?
Sort of. Pops
I'm
up
like,
every Sunday.
Yeah, it pops up and you have to know the chef.
the secret handshake.
Yeah, to get in, you know. So anyway.
What was that?
Oh my god.
So yeah, so we're here at Sue's Diner. So
And we chased Jamie away.
Yeah. Yeah, I kicked him out. I told him to go to work. Don't put... That looked like Filbert was going to poop in my coffee.
It
he
did.
needs a stand.
I had a late night and I need my coffee still.
I'll have to get him a stand. So we'll see. I think Filbert's going to win. Yep.
Since that's what we're calling him.
Since that's what we're calling him. We thought someone had mentioned fat.
Fat.
Yeah.
F-A-T-T.
But he when I said that to him, he kind of shringed. So.
Shringed?
Yeah, he shringed.
Cringed.
It's a he.
No, shringed.
Because squirrel and...
Yeah, it's a he because he's got a beautiful tail and a nice coloring, and the woman's always very bland.
And a colorful scarf.
The women out here
In the wild?
in the wild, they always are the blander ones
Yeah.
of
That's
the
because
species.
men have to show off.
Exactly.
Or
to get noticed.
And he's got his colorful scarf on.
He's got his
so-
colorful scarf on,
so
so
he's
he
well,
showed
the other
off.
name that I liked was Nutella, but that would have been a female name.
Right.
Yeah, that was another fun
But
one.
I suggested Fatima.
Fatima's was good too, but that was to me seemed more female as well.
I would have had a hard time remembering that one too.
Yeah.
Like
And
2
for
weeks,
some reason,
2
Filbert
years
just-
from now, I wouldn't have been like, what was that name we picked for this?
Filbert kind of went, except K-Tog was good.
Yeah, I like K-Tog.
K-Tog was good
K-Tog
because
was
I got
good.
knitting and Snoop Dogg in there, you know, but we'll have to see.
And we ramble on.
And
Yeah.
that's what we do.
That's our world. So anyhow.
That is.
So how
Well,
was
you-
your week?
Well, you said that you didn't want me to tell you the story about breakfast.
No, you
at
can tell the
breakfast.
story of the breakfast now.
So, yeah. So I'll tell you the story now. So I don't like repeating breakfast for these two. So I don't repeat very often, but you know,
But it's always good.
yeah,
Whether it's repeated or not.
whether it's repeated or not.
I've never sent anything back to the chef. Never.
No, you haven't.
In 56 episodes, I've never.
56 times you've
Yeah,
been
never
okay
said
with
no.
it. I
Okay.
think that's pretty good.
That's a great.
So I was trying to get some inspiration for the next breakfast.
Okay.
And so I went into the YouTubes where you all are at right now. And I was watching a few from The Naked Chef, Jamie Oliver, on egg dishes.
So you opened up a hole and you jumped in.
I did. I went down a rabbit hole in YouTube. And so, of course, I find one where he's quarantined at home with all of his kids and his wife and blah, blah, blah. And he's making this, I don't even know what he called it, but it was phyllo dough.
Yeah.
And all these vegetables and then eggs and blah, 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 and cheese. But it was phyllo sheets inside of this casserole dish. And I was like, that sounds good. So I went to the store. And I bought phyllo sheets.
Okay.
And then this morning, when I pulled them out of the refrigerator to make this, I realized that I didn't buy phyllo sheets. I bought puff pastry.
Oh. Because I thought, wait a
And
minute,
it was,
puff.
an hour before breakfast, so I'm not going to the store again. So I did the same sort of thing, but I did it with puff pastry.
It was wonderful.
Mm-hmm.
It was good.
It really was.
Very
I've
good.
never done it before, and it worked out just fine.
And
Y'all will get pictures of it on the Instagrams.
it was very good. And the innards were sausage, eggs,
Onions.
some tomatoes, onions,
With
cheese.
cream cheese and regular cheese.
Okay, cream
That's what
cheese.
made it so creamy.
Yeah,
and
it was
good.
really, really
It was
good.
really good. I really liked it. Plus, it was homegrown. I mean, not only because it was homegrown from here, it was homegrown from her tomatoes. Her little great
And her
tomatoes.
sausage tree. We talked about the
Yeah.
sausage tree.
She's gonna
Yeah.
put it out there someday. She's got
Sell seeds.
self seeds. Yeah, because she's got a sausage tree.
Yeah.
Her sausage is always really good. Where do you get your sausage, Maya?
That was turkey sausage from Meyer.
That was really good.
It was turkey sausage.
I'll eat that again.
I figured I
Sure
should
you
probably
will.
put a lighter sausage in there since I was giving it so much fat in the
In the cheeses.
puff pastry. And
Yeah, good thought.
right.
Yes,
yeah.
I feel myself shrinking
Well,
as we
little
speak.
lighter on the sausage, whatever. Yeah, so that was my breakfast story for today.
Yay! And it was good. Mm-hmm. And we'd have it again. She makes the best.
I don't know what to call
egg
it.
Sandwich.
I said
Go ahead and call it
redneck casserole
There
or
you go.
something because I
Redneck
didn't know what I was
pie.
doing.
I don't
Breakfast
think of
pie.
puff pastry and redneck in the
Redneck,
same
not
sentence.
in the same.
But I wouldn't think of phyllo dough and redneck in the same
No, I
sentence
wouldn't
either.
No, I probably wouldn't either. They would probably call it phyllo. The phyllo
The
dough.
phyllo dough. Probably. You're probably right.
Have you ever heard of rednecks to talk about the Greek sandwich?
The gyro? The gyro sandwich? Oh my gosh.
And even when you tell them it's a gyro, it's like, there's no gears in there. So, yeah, anyway. I
Okay,
think
Jeff
that's-
Foxworthy.
That's what I was thinking. I was trying to think who the guy was.
okay.
He's hysterical. He cracks me up when he does that.
Oh yeah. You know you're a redneck if
If your house moves
your
or
house
something.
has wheels, you know you're a redneck.
Yeah.
Okay, my house doesn't have wheels.
I thought he was really good on if you're not smarter than a fifth grader. Am I smarter than a
What?
fifth grader? The talk show, the
Yeah,
game
the
show,
game show.
Yeah.
with the kids and everything. Yeah, I did
Are
okay.
you smarter than a fifth grader?
Mikey did really good with that, but he's not fast.
I would hope he would do well.
He does really well. I mean, he does good with Jeopardy, but he's not with the clicker.
Yeah, see, I'm okay at Jeopardy,
No, I'm not.
but I'm not quick. Sometimes
I always get the answer right after they give the answer.
Right. Just as he's
I'm like,
saying,
oh yeah, that's right.
yeah. Okay, I got that.
yeah.
By the way, Alex, you're right.
Just letting you know, Alex. You're
Now,
correct.
I have not seen Jeopardy since Alex has died, and
Really?
I understand there's new.
Drew Carey was. Did
Um,
Drew Carey take? No.
Sanjay Gupta from CNN was there. Who else was there? Another sports guy. has done it. George Stephanopoulos has done it.
Now, George Stephanopoulos makes sense.
Drew Carey took over The Price is Right.
Price is Right.
Yeah.
Okay. I'm
Yeah.
like, I know you took over something.
And they've had several people in doing it. I kind of would like to see a woman do it, except.
I thought.
Well, have you ever watched on the game show? There's one called The Chase, and
No.
they've done it now in prime time with Sarah Haynes does and it's Brooke Burns or something like that. She does really well, and I could see her doing it.
I just don't watch game shows very often.
No, I don't
do.
either.
I
I
do.
used to watch Jeopardy all the time because it made me feel smart when I got an answer right.
Yeah,
But
especially
But
before
the-
they did.
Okay, so I did too, but the
Better
99
yet.
other times out of 100, it made me feel stupid.
Or I didn't know that. I always thought it was such and such,
And,
and you
yeah.
don't get the explanation. That was like, you
well,
know,
I always think, okay, I'm going to remember that for next time.
You
no.
never
Next
get a
time.
next time. You never get a next time.
I watch the game shows in the afternoon, and there's one silly one. It's called Chain Reaction, and I don't understand why I like it. And I really, anyway. And they put like a chain of words up, and only these two kind of match. So it's like front, and then door knob. But it has nothing to do as the chain goes down. Just the words kind of go.
You have to connect them.
Yeah, you have to. It's called Chain Reaction, and that's fun.
So you have to connect them like in a sentence?
No, in a word. Like they give you a letter, and you have to look from, like, if the word's front and he gives you a D as the letter, you have to kind of decide what the word is. And so front, and I don't know if they prime these people, but they'll be looking at front, and there's a D and an O, and he's like, down.
Front down?
Yeah. And I'm over there screaming at the TV.
Yeah,
And
how's
then
that working for you?
Not good. But Mikey's okay
remember
with
in
me
the 80s?
screaming.
Remember in the TV brick that came out in the 80s? It was like a sponge brick, but
Yeah.
it looked like a brick to throw at your TV.
Yeah,
you need one of
I need
those.
Well,
Yeah.
Mikey's okay with me yelling at that. I don't get quite as upset because I'll just yell at him and say stupid people, but I'm not mumbling for the next 6 hours about the news because he doesn't let me watch the news anymore. That's why I'm watching game shows. And then afterwards, there's this one with Joey Fatone.
Yeah,
Okay?
from
And
NSYNC.
In Sync, and he does his dancing, and I'm like,
Oh,
Joey, don't
oh.
do that anymore. It's called Common Knowledge.
You know, his name spells fat one.
I never thought that. It does.
It-
Oh, those poor girls. I bet his kids got. I always thought it was Patone.
No, when he was in, he did Dancing with the Stars, and he had
Really?
his
Oh my
name
God.
Did he
across his back. No,
Oh.
he had his name across his back, and it said "Fat One." And I thought, gosh, never knew someone would be so proud of that. But
Well, my name at one particular bowling alley in Coon Rapids, Minnesota, and if you know, they only display so many letters of your name. And mine was Sumo.
my name,
So of course it was Sumo. You're up again. Fuck. It's just.
I didn't see you with a light
Right?
on up there.
my
Of course, if it was my maiden name, it would have been Subro. Subro.
Deb Hill or Mika Ad.
no, if you do, on my email when I was working was Madams.
Oh, madams. Oh, that's good.
And my boss said, "Do you know what that's spelling?" And I said, "It's my first initial and my last name. What do you think it is?" Well.
Do you want me to change my fucking name just for you? Jesus criminy.
Oh my God, that's so good.
Yeah, he was one of those guys.
Sumo.
That
I
you
wanted to have a bowling shirt, like one of the Hawaiian bowling
Oh
shirts.
yeah.
Buttoned down with that on my name, embroidered on my shirt. That would have been freaking fantastic.
Yep.
Don't even get any ideas into that stupid little head of yours. Next thing I know, she's gonna come to my house with a freaking pink floral Hawaiian shirt with my name Sumo on it.
Oh,
Should have
you write
never
that-
told you guys
write
that.
that down here. C-U-M, yes. Sue, S-U-E.
I don't bowl anymore, so no bowling shirts, girlfriend.
Sumo.
I wonder, you know what?
Sumad.
I think that I still have a bowling ball in one of my closets.
I know I have 3 or 4.
Ooh.
I've never had one.
Well, you could take one of Susan, then we'd all have at least one.
She wouldn't be able to bowl with mine.
Well, I took bowling in college when I was a PE major, and I had a -3.
Huh.
Huh?
It jumped the lane and took out the 3 on the other side, so they gave me a negative number. I'm like, what is it? What are they called? It's like the 9th or 10th time I threw it down the alley.
The frames.
Yeah, that's it. And it came up as a -3. She passed me anyway because she said if anybody could do that, you get it.
Yeah. There, and I don't even know if they require those classes anymore in college.
Probably not.
Has
you
Madison
spent-
had to take a PE class?
Not that I'm aware of.
I had to take 3.
But she's at a private school, so it's a little different.
I had to take a whole slew.
I know you did.
And
Well, and they were what, like a half a credit, and you met like 3 times a week or something like that.
yeah, it was
They
something
took up
ridiculous.
and being a PE major, that's all I did was
Now, see, I wasn't a PE major. I was a speech therapy major.
yeah. But even then, they still. Well, they
I
want
had
you
to have
chase
3
kids.
credits.
Well, it was
in
an
PE.
educational degree, so yeah.
I had to have 3 credits in PE, and ours were either a half or a full credit, depending on.
Yeah, so it takes a while to
It
accumulate.
takes a while to get them all.
Yeah.
What was your favorite PE class?
Underwater left-handed basket weaving. I passed too.
I bet you did.
I did.
I bet you did.
You were in there with all the athletes.
My favorite was actually weightlifting.
Really?
Yeah. My favorite was weightlifting.
Mine
But that
was
was only a
mostly
half
the-
a credit, so that kind of sucked
Mine
in
were the
that.
swimming ones.
Now, see, I didn't do any swimming, but we had a lot of
did.
dance things available, like square dance and folk dance and things like that. And those were always fun
Yeah.
because you could go and dance and then
I mean,
go
yeah,
on
and then
to something
you went
serious.
on to something else. It wasn't like one
Yeah,
of the
you went on
techniques.
to audiology or something like that.
Something important in the room.
My least favorite was lifeguard training.
Ooh, that would be
was one of my
tough.
favorites.
But I was a good swimmer, so that was the first PE class that I took in college.
I loved it.
And
Water safety
and I got credit for it, and then I became a certified lifeguard, so I could
Great.
I could do lifeguard in the summer. I did pass. I did get the lifeguard thing. I did be a lifeguard, but I didn't enjoy the class. The first day, we had to swim 5 miles
pretty much.
and then tread water for a half an hour.
Something like that, yep.
I thought I was going to die after swimming 5 miles and then go ahead and just tread water for a half an hour.
They were just limiting the number of people in
Yeah,
the pool.
those
That's
are-
all they did. And then how many of
Yeah,
those kids
how many
went?
people died?
went-
Died.
No,
Drowned.
they went to the bursar's office and dropped that class.
Yeah, forget that. Forget that.
Yeah, I would be
It's
like,
a good thing I kind of float well, because the half an hour was like a rest period for me.
I can take a nap in a pool.
Well, I couldn't quite take a nap then because they didn't have as much of my buoyancy on my body at the time that I do now. Like now I bobber up about half my body is out of the water, really.
Yeah, I can lay in the pool and I've got to burn right down like the center.
Yeah,
down
the
like a
center of
racing
your whole
star.
body,
Yeah.
like just the front
Just the
part.
front,
It's
just like this one little part,
my
because the
God.
water's
Oh.
like here. So
my daughter.
This is a knitting podcast, by the way, guys. I don't know.
We'll get there.
we get there. I'm knitting my socks. you see it? See here?
Yeah.
My
It's
daughter.
a
get there
mitten, actually.
eventually.
Okay.
My daughter-in-law went with me to Grand Cayman one time, and she had this bathing suit that was in the middle, around the waist and sides, was this mesh,
Woo! Skinny
Hey.
girl.
and she got sunburned, and you could see the mesh pattern.
Oh, so she had a meshy sunburn. Well, I bet her boyfriend was thinking.
Her boyfriend was my son.
Ooh la la.
No, I think she was saying, "Don't you touch me!
Don't.
Don't get near me."
I can understand that.
That was
Goodness.
my daughter-in-law, Carolyn.
Hi,
who-
Carolyn. Who's
Oh.
the mother of Ryan and Caitlin.
And Caitlin. And
How's she doing with her soccer?
Caitlin's doing well with her soccer.
Cool.
Good deal.
She and Ryan start back to school, I think the 10th of August.
Something like
Ryan is going to be a senior.
Woo!
Oh my God.
They grow up so fast.
Well, and talk about growing up. And Caitlin's going to be an 8th grader. Yeah, I mean, it's my first memory of Ryan is as an infant laying in a warming tray in the hospital with a little stocking hat on.
Oh, cute.
He was so cute.
What happened to him? No, I'm okay.
Well, his mother fed him.
Yeah.
Oh
Yeah.
my. So anyway.
That's good. That's
I have
going back to
wonderful
school.
grandchildren. I personally think they're the best people that, ever. And I tell them that regularly.
Which
And
is good.
And they go, okay, Grandma. All right. But they'll remember that. Yeah, Grandma. Yeah.
Uh-huh.
So,
Yappity, yeah, sure,
Yeah,
whatever.
yep. My mom still does that to this day. But she's 92, so she's working on a brain fart every once in a while. I just love how, as she's gotten older, she cannot get the distinguished names. She's gone back to the 4 names. Debbie Gale Pete Beth. Whenever she approaches you, it's like, Debbie Gale Pete Beth. So that she's got all of us, just in case she doesn't hit the right one. She's got everybody in there. I'm like, okay. And she's been hitting Amazon pretty well. I gave her my Amazon login, and I have to teach her how to do a wish list. Because I went to check out the other day, they had outlet store or something was on there, and I put it in the cart, and all of a sudden there's like 4 things in there. And I said, Mom, put it on a wish list. And she's like, I don't know how to do that. And I said, well, we need to make you a wish list versus putting it in the cart, because that's what I do. And I almost did what Mikey did. I almost bought her
All
that
of the stuff. Bought her
you
all the
know,
stuff. That's what we
and-
do to our husbands.
Yeah. And so she's like, oh, I don't want Mikey to pay for it. I said, well, he does mine.
I'll give you my list and I can pay for mine.
I think I did that to Jamie this last week.
Cool.
I can't remember what I put in there. I can't remember, but whatever. I saw a notification that, whatever. Something on Amazon was
But
coming
if you
our way.
share your
I don't
Amazon
know.
account with your kids, my sister said the same thing. She goes, Madison is off Amazon. And I said, why? And she goes, oh, she's terrible. She orders something at 9 o'clock in the morning. Then she orders again at noon. And then she orders at 12:30. And then she orders again, instead of kind of clumping it together and buying it at the end of the day.
I know. She gets 14 boxes.
She gets 14, and then all she does is complain. I had to walk all the way over to the postal park to get it. Well, don't order this
14
shit.
times. You could have just walked over to the
But
store to
she's
get
still,
it.
like Beth Ann says, to this day, she will not order personal products.
Personal products, like
Personal.
monthly
Yeah,
products.
She sends her a text message every time she gets low, as if Beth Ann's pulling them out of some magical place. They go to Beth, they go to Madison in an Amazon box. She's like,
Whatever.
it's not going to come in the box that says Kotex.
Well, even if it did, who the flying flock of birds cares?
Well,
I mean, when I was her age, I was sending up a congratulations flag every time I had to use one of those products every month. Let me tell you, I was like, thank you, thank you again.
I actually said that to her. I said, when you first started, you're like, oh God, do I have to have this thing every month?
Yes.
I said, and then when you start having sex, you go, thank you.
Right. Ooh.
Every month
I was
you're like,
doing a Hail Mary on that one this month.
bite the bullet. It's sort of like what Penny says.
don't look at me like that.
No, it's me, not you, me. I was...
Leonard says, is that a pregnancy test? Yeah, just the first one. I didn't save them all.
Didn't save them all. Just the one where I'm
So
sure.
it's just the same thing. So anyway, so what have you guys been doing all week?
Working and this thing.
That is really pretty.
Kuschelig, how do you pronounce this one?
I think it's like Gesundheit.
Yeah, Gesundheit. I'm
We're
not German,
renaming
and I'm
it
sorry. I would
Kuschelig
just
or something. Ku.
Kuschelig.
I can't even. It's a free Ravelry now.
No, it's not free anymore.
It's not free, honey. Stop with the free. It's not free.
I
not
thought
free.
it was.
It was, but it's not
It was,
any
but it's
longer.
not.
Oh,
Any
sorry, it's
longer.
not free anymore.
I'll let Micah. I'm still liking them. I have to still tweak a little bit. I've only moved it a couple times since I got it. So.
Well, okay, since you got yours out,
whip yours out.
Whip yours out, yes.
I haven't started one yet. I'm still working on my sock. My mitten. Sock mitten.
Sock mitten.
This is Star Wars.
Or other
Lightsabers.
Ken doll.
Yeah, or Ken doll penis cover.
Yeah. It's like a sleeping bag for Ken with the penis
Oh,
out.
yeah, that works. That is perfect because that is the guy thing. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Cool.
Yeah.
It does calm down after a while, just like a real
That's
guy.
your sweater.
It is my sweater. Can't take me anywhere.
Can't take her out.
I know.
She's going out this weekend, though.
Yeah, this coming weekend I'm going to be at my mother's. Haven't seen her.
Well, maybe not.
Maybe
See,
I'm
yeah,
not.
it calms a little bit.
Yeah, calm down.
Calm down.
He's not as excited this week.
This is where I am.
It comes and goes. Ooh, ooh, ooh.
Yeah.
Ooh. Well, that's nice.
You like
Cool.
those colors?
Yeah.
See, this is my first pickup.
Makeup. It's on the wrong side.
Do you like it better over there?
Oh.
Hey,
But there's
at
my
50
second.
miles, who's going to know?
Yeah. I'm not taking it apart.
You know.
There's my second pickup. I thought was much better. So,
This part right here. Because this was live stitches.
We will
No, it
use
wasn't.
this one.
Yeah, this is the only part you pick up right there.
no,
When
because
we show it, when it's close to being done, and we'd say, "Have you started yours?" This is what you don't want it to look like. This is what you.
Oh, stop it. Stop it.
okay, this was the first,
Yeah, and you picked up these stitches on this side.
and then I did
Up
this.
there.
So then I had to pick up all of this because I was over here.
No.
Oh no! You're
These
right.
were on live stitches. You put these on waist yarn or live stitch.
Anyway,
Yeah.
it'll be okay.
It worked.
It's all good. It's all good.
Yes.
I like the
it's-
colors of both of them.
Don't you like those?
Yeah, I think that's nice.
Yeah.
It's fine.
You do a real good job with colors anyway, blending and putting them
Well,
together.
that was a mini set, right?
It's a mini set,
Yeah.
and I just kind of went in.
She's
and-
actually doing her hair from a mini set. Mine are just solids.
It'll be fun.
Yeah, it'll be fun.
And I think I told you last time this set of mini skeins came from Café Creation, Yarn Cafe.
Yarn Cafe.
Cafe. And the set itself, no, it's Café Creations. I was right in the first
Which
place.
is the mother of Dragon Horde.
Okay. Yeah, I think you're right.
Okay.
And the mini skein set was Strawberry Shortcake.
Yeah.
She's got a ton of mini skeins sets. So
And still has strawberry shortcake. I did put the
Yeah.
link up.
Yeah.
The last
Still
one,
has-
I'll put it up again this week.
still has Strawberry Shortcake. Now, Karen was saying that there are two different strawberry shortcakes.
Really?
But I didn't remember that. But then I'm old, so what can I say?
Yeah. Karen is a bit younger, so she has a
Yeah, by like
10
maybe
years.
What?
She's younger than me.
Oh my God.
I know, and you're older than me. Not
Oh.
by much.
She knows how to make a girl feel good.
You would never think she's older than me. If you look at us in the face, she doesn't look that much older than me. She looks very contemporary. You need to get your bangs fixed a little bit.
I did. I cut them.
You did?
Yeah.
Maybe it's the humidity here. We're having the dog
Look,
days of
look.
summer almost. It's hot.
I
Okay,
cut
I
them.
see it.
So we had friends over last night.
You have friends?
Outside,
than
other
us?
than you guys, I know it's hard to
I'm going to write
imagine.
this down.
Sue has friends.
So his friends.
I know,
And we were
right?
You know, she had friends over and we weren't among them.
I know.
Something wrong with
Jamie
us.
wanted to have his birthday dinner, so
He got to pick who
he
came.
got to pick. Yeah. So we had friends come over. He's 35 and she's 30. So talk about feeling old. He was talking about it being his birthday. My husband was talking about it being his birthday tomorrow. And they were like, "Oh, how old are you going to be?" And he's like, 49.
Is he really?
Yeah, he's going to be 49.
Okay, so he wasn't just...
And he goes, "But she's already 50."
And he's dead.
You don't see Sasquatch walking around here, do you? Nope.
No. I sent him to work today.
On Sunday.
It's okay. He took his birthday off to go play in a
Golf tournament.
Whatever. And wherever. Yeah.
Yeah, I changed the locks while he was gone.
I'd short sheet his bed. That'd be hysterical.
If I short sheeted his bed, my bed would be short sheeted.
Yeah, that's true. You got a point there. That'd be funny to see that guy.
I don't like making beds that well, but I thought with that.
Trying to get his feet.
Well,
That'd be a great video.
And he's 6'4", so he goes headboard to foot on our king size bed. But we've already got our like retirement bed because we have independent
liftings.
Yeah.
Sleep number type thing.
It is a sleep number, and it has two twins. It's two twin size beds on a king size frame.
Right.
So we have.
You look like you're swimming over there.
So she goes up and down and up and down. I want one of those.
It's really, really weird because it's two twin size mattresses, and because it's the sleep number, you have this inflatable or deflatable bladder that's in it so that you can set your number to whatever feels good to you. But when you have two twins, and like I like 25, so I'm sleeping on a cloud, like just nothing.
Wow.
So I sink way down into my twin size bed. So you have two twin size fitted sheets, and then you have a king size flat sheet going over both of them. It's really weird. You can't just curl over and cuddle anymore because you're in your own little.
You have to dig your way out of your.
Yeah, he's like, we call it the trench. Between, he's like, well, I woke up and you were in the trench again. Yeah, I was trying to get to you. I was trying to get over there. Couldn't get there.
Couldn't get there. I got caught in the trench and said, "Screw it, I'm not climbing the hill."
And he said something like, "I woke up, wake up, gotta go pee. Wake up again, gotta go pee." And he's like, "You kept waking me up last night." And I'm like, "I'm sorry. Do you want me to just go sleep in the other room? I can. That's another king size bed.
That one's very comfortable.
Yeah,
it's a little firmer.
It is a little firmer. That's why I ended up saying, nay, I can't. I have to get a new bed. Like I couldn't. It was too firm for me. But if he kicks me out of my sleep number, that's where I would go.
I'd go on the couch. I'm a couch sleeper. I love sleeping on my couch. That's why I keep looking for
a minute, but I'd have to buy a new couch. I've done that. I've bought couches just for how they sleep.
Me too.
Well, you always have to test a couch by laying on it.
Yes. No, but I specifically bought a couch just for its sleeping abilities. Before Jamie got his CPAP.
Right.
We were in a 3-level, like San Francisco style row house, super narrow and 3 levels. And my husband snores like a locomotive.
So does mine.
And then he's got sleep apnea. So, and he's big. He's a big boy. So he would not take a breath for 3 minutes. And then when he did take a breath, like the whole world shook. Like everything. Because he's so big. And like his whole body needed oxygen. I would go downstairs, the floor below, and have to straighten the freaking pictures on the walls because the freaking every single day, I had to straighten up the pictures. So yeah, I bought a couch so I could go 2 floors below.
We did
so that I could sleep.
Right,
because I couldn't sleep.
Because he was terrible with that. When I went to day shift, I didn't, working night shift. I was usually so tired when I slept through the nights because I would stay up longer, and so you're so tired, and I'd go to bed, and I didn't always hear him.
Right.
So I remember going down on the couch and stuff, and we bought it specifically for that reason because there was no way I was going to go, And I picked up Mikey's rhythm, and he'd stop breathing, and I couldn't go without. And it would be I'd wake up and go breathe. And I'd shake him, and he'd be like, "Oh," and he'd be right back to sleep.
Does he have a CPAP now?
Yeah.
Okay.
He's had it for years. We even have it. It's on the generator, so that he on the generator side of the house. We only had the one side wired, but it's on his side. And my sewing room, of course. That's me.
Well, of course, has to.
And
There are battery operated CPAPs now.
but now there weren't a lot of those before.
Right.
But we bought a little portable battery thing that makes like no noise and works great. And he can plug it into that.
No Darth Vader?
No Darth Vader.
Oh, I have Darth Vader.
Yeah, no, we don't have Darth Vader.
Now, see, that's when I scuba dive, I sound like Darth Vader.
Yeah.
That's the sound they used to make that.
Was scuba?
It was a scuba thing in a hole. That's what they used. So there you have it. That's your Star Wars information for the day.
Yeah.
There you go.
I'm not working on anything too much. Just I picked up my mitten again for doing my striping, and I started writing the pattern, and I think I'm gonna call it. I don't know what I'm gonna call it.
Mitten?
No, like striping sock yarn mittens or something, so that you get the perfect stripe on your mitten and then adding your thumb in a little bit later.
The afterthought.
The afterthought thumb, because, and I found a mistake in this, but I'm not going back to fix it.
No.
No,
That's okay.
and it's a
You're
glaring
writing-
mistake.
Yeah, it is.
Oh, it is, yeah.
And
But
I
if
have
you're riding
I
on
think,
horseback at 60 miles an hour, you're
I
never
think
going to
as
see
I was
it.
going round and round, a lot
You
of times
slipped
my
that.
finger, I know, my finger might have, and I didn't notice it until I was well up here, and I thought, I am not taking that out.
Yeah, no.
And that's part of the reason why I put this here, because I thought if I pick it up, I may just tweak this back. But you know how I'm going to fix this? Here, I'll show you it. You know how we're going to fix this little spot right here? See this little spot?
You're just going to take a black marker to
You
it.
got it.
I would. that would be easier.
That's what I'm going to do. The black marker fix is what I'm going to do. So I thought, okay, that's how we're going to fix that. So,
Yeah.
I just couldn't. I thought, no, I really want to do striping.
Well, let me
you're
see the
fine
one
anyway.
you got done.
Here.
Oh. Okay. I guess I assumed that the end was closed, but it's not.
You can. I mean, I could have closed off the top and finished it off, but there you go. As we're all anticipating her putting that on.
It was pretty exciting,
I'm
wasn't it?
telling you,
It needs some work.
those,
The stripes are amazing.
Aren't they?
I'm
Brenda and
just-
Heather, the
I
stripe goddesses.
I don't know how they do that fade stripe.
And then there was even a little fade in the center. I mean, look
Yeah,
at that in
yeah.
each one.
Each color is faded.
Yeah.
I don't know how they do it.
And it works out perfect.
I've seen how striping is done, and that is intensive in its own. I
I don't
such
know.
labor intensiveness on the striping. I can't imagine what it's like to
do
I
this
don't know.
and
I don't
to
know.
make it come out like this.
Gradient.
This is amazing. And they have the one with the rainbow.
Here, let me. For those of you who don't understand what we're talking about, each color in here, like you can see it really well in the red and the purple, where the color is
Right.
faded on the stripe.
Right.
Brenda and Heather are masters at what they do.
Yeah. There you have it. How fun is that?
It's so fun.
It is. It's just so fun. I just think it's just incredible. So I thought that would be a perfect pattern out there for people who like to, who are mitten people, like the stripes,
Yeah.
and you don't want to have 18 different skeins while you're striping.
You don't want to have to carry the yarn up.
Carry the yarn up to do it. So
That's her favorite thing when it's a self striping and people ask her, how do you do that? And she's just like, I carry it up.
I just carry the yarn up as I'm going, and they all look at you like, wow. And you do. I'm carrying the yarn up as I go.
You're the biggest fibber.
We shouldn't encourage that.
Anyway, and then
No,
I
we shouldn't.
got another pattern that has it's a wrist warmer, and they have an opening here, a long one, and I want to learn how to make that where
So
you
it's more
add
like
more
you
like
need
a
to come
gusset?
this
so
way.
you can add the gusset
Come
in.
this way with your arm.
Oh,
So you can
So-
go like this all
right.
the way down.
So go like this all the way down, but add it in after the
Showing
fact.
that off camera. Over there. See what we're talking about.
I didn't want to get yelled at for talking about a pattern.
It's your own fucking pattern. You can talk about it all you want to.
I know.
Okay. I got on her case once because one of the very first podcasts we did,
I was talking about that.
she wasn't just talking about the pattern. She was telling you stitch by fucking stitch what the pattern was. And I'm like, Deborah,
talking about the design.
shut the fuck up. It's a pay for pattern. You cannot just give the pattern out. You can't. It's not legal.
This would be really cool in like a hat.
If you could do it that way.
Yeah.
You'd have to do it flat.
I'd do flat. Maybe a couple different schemes.
How about just a head warmer? You could just do a tube like that and continue around and make a head warmer.
Make a head warmer
Over your ears.
And it would just go like this.
A super short Mika cowl?
Yeah, I don't
It's
think
a
I could-
56 cast on Mika cowl.
I have a little head, but I'm a little bit bigger
No, you
than
can't.
this.
No,
So-
that's a little
so
bigger than
it
you
is.
do have a little head. It only needs to contain that walnut-sized brain of yours.
Yeah, you and Filbert.
Yeah, and Filbert. Filbert is become Filbert.
It's been Filbert.
Oh, yeah, didn't we
Thank you.
tell you that?
Yeah.
I don't
So
know.
whoever commented Filbert for the name,
Yay!
send me your address
Yeah.
to flockaroundthetable@gmail.com and I'll send you some scroll stitch markers.
I
Yeah.
love it. That'll be great.
I'll
Yeah.
find the Filbert comment and comment on it.
There we go. Super.
What am I doing? Oh, an SSK.
She's doing an SSK. Slip, slip, knit. So that's how I've been working.
I do
this week.
the one.
And my orgasm.
Yeah, you're working on your
I'm
orgasm.
working on the orgasm. And I stopped because I just can't bring myself to add that red in just yet. I don't, yeah. Because Mike and I talked about it. I'm not sure my mom would appreciate or use it as much if I have the red. As the green or as the red. One
So do
solid
it all
color.
green then.
So I'm thinking I might just go
Just do
ahead
it
and do
all
it all green. And
You could do like a band in the very, very end of red.
yeah, I could do that. That would be kind of nice.
And then pick it up on the other end and do it.
Yeah. Oh, that's a good idea. Yeah. I could do that. That could work.
And then you could do a red one, vice versa.
Or I could just make mittens out of the red.
You can do as you wish. It's your yarn.
I thought that would be neat. Baby alpaca mittens. Sort of like a cashmere baby hat. How fun would that be? So soft and great on your hands.
You drop them in a puddle and then you wouldn't be able to use them ever again.
You know, funny thing is when I go out, I don't know about you guys, I wear the dollar ones. And I never lose them. Seriously.
No, of course not.
I take and I'm wearing these and I go and put it in my
Well, it's
pocket
like-
or
it's a-
something, and the next thing you know I can't
It's gone.
find the second one. And
It's the same thing with sunglasses.
Yeah.
The $5 ones you have 20 of them,
Right.
20 pairs of them because you never lose
And you
them.
have them for 20 years.
Yeah,
Right.
but the ones that you pay buku bucks for,
my
they're gone.
prescription ones.
They're gone in
I
a
left
week.
on the bus at Disney.
Oh.
Thank God somebody turned them in.
Oh, I had some prescription ones that I left in a house. You know, I would go to different houses to do
Sure.
referrals, and they fell out of my pocket. I called the mom. Yeah, I found them. I'll put them on top of the refrigerator. Before I could get there to pick them up, she moved.
Oh my gosh.
And I'm like,
Talk about moving out in the middle of the night.
yeah.
Jeez.
It was like I went and knocked on the door. Oh, she doesn't live here anymore. Wait, did she leave my sunglasses on the refrigerator? No, apparently not. They were nice sunglasses too. But all right. Oh, I did a little coffee table shopping.
Oh, cool. Let me write down this coffee table shop. We should have that as a segment.
Coffee table
The
shopping.
coffee table shop.
Mine is technically not
Yeah,
a coffee
yours-
Table, but yeah.
Stash
shopping.
Yeah. Coffee table shop. Okay.
This is
Vibrant.
so bright.
Holy crap in a cracker, where'd you get that?
Crap on a cracker.
I think I got it at when we went to Columbus.
Okay.
I think the yarn is called Vicious Yarn, and it's viciousyarn.com. ruthlessly intense color. And isn't it though?
That totally is.
Oh my God.
Look at this, guys. Oh my goodness.
That's been living on my coffee table, and it should have been screaming at me.
I think it was. You just weren't listening.
Yeah, well, I wasn't paying attention.
Oh.
What's
yep,
the name
that's
of
fun.
that?
This colorway is Maravilla, Maravilla.
Okay. That's what it's called.
It's probably a place. I don't know.
That's like safety yellow.
It is safety yellow, and it's merino and nylon.
Okay.
You wouldn't even
80,
go with
20.
mine. Yours is even. Whoa, that's a yellow.
Isn't that bright?
Right.
I don't even know what I'm going to do with it, but
It's great.
isn't it great? And it's got it could be a Halloween something because it's got a
Got a
little
little
blood.
orange. And they could see you when you're out trick or treating
Oh, yeah.
Especially if you
in the dark.
in the dark.
if you combine that with like a vibrant purple,
Oh my God.
it'd be a great
that'd be great.
Halloween thing.
Yeah. Get on Vicious and see if they got a purple.
I have to
Don't. She's not supposed to
Oh,
shop.
that's right.
I'm
She's not
shopping
shopping.
on my coffee table,
You
remember?
could go to the yarn store
I could go to our yarn store.
just down the
Right.
hallway.
Down the
here.
hallway, yeah. Or I could go
or you
into
could-
my
and
bedroom
my coffee
closet
table.
Yeah, there's
and check out
probably
the drawers there.
And I could do up the coffee table shop at my house too
Could you?
for you and see if I can find a vibrant purple.
And then you better find me a pattern too.
or a neon green.
That would be fun too.
Neon green would be fun.
Yeah,
Excuse me.
safety green.
Hiccups.
I got a yellow, but nothing in it.
No,
and
that's
that's
my-
like buttercream
that's
yellow
like butter.
compared
Yeah.
to that.
Mine's Lorna's lace. I'm going to start another pair of mittens. So there you go.
Nice yellow though.
Nice yellow.
Nice
It's a nice
yellow.
yellow.
Yeah, it's a nice yellow. So
This, I should give this to you, and you could make mittens from this. Then you could direct traffic.
I could go out and do
Right.
the plane.
That would be
Oh
hysterical.
my goodness.
Oh,
That
you
is
know,
pretty though.
That is
So
cool.
pretty.
Could you see? I could make a pair for one of the flight attendants on like Southwest or something because they jack around a lot when they do those, and she could have and the exits, and she could have them safe.
Anyway, so coffee table shopping.
There you go.
Coffee table shopping.
Yeah.
We'll advertise for coffee table shopping for a minute.
That yeah, and then we can go into my bedroom closet shopping.
The box shopping,
Well,
maybe the
I've got
closet
drawers.
shop. The
Okay.
closet shop.
Drawers.
there's boxes in the top of the closet, and then there's drawers in the bottom of the closet. So we could have to specify boxes or drawers because the minis came out of one of the drawers.
Wow. I think we'll just label it coffee table shopping.
Generic, all of it
Generic.
coffee table.
Yeah,
because
even
it
I
went,
don't have a coffee table. but I'll
went
call it
from
that.
my coffee table into these various sundry other
Yeah,
containers.
right. Because
Right.
your coffee table got too full to hold.
I
it
couldn't see the
anymore.
television.
Actually, I've been cleaning mine up a little bit, and I have to bring some over and put it in the shop so that we have it here, so that Sue can make another baby hat out of cashmere.
Right.
That's amazing. I love it. I told
I
my
know,
friend that.
right?
I told a friend that, and she's like, God, that's almost worth getting pregnant.
No. No.
And I said, it almost even fits my head. I said, she made it for a little bit older. I
Not
said,
almost. It did fit your
my head.
head.
She goes, wow. She said, got any more of
It
that?
wasn't almost. I have it on videotape. It was on your head.
I have a friend in Wisconsin whose head's about the size of yours, and she has trouble finding. She goes to Disney with her daughter and grandson, and she has trouble finding. She has to buy child-sized hats.
Usually I do too. At the boys'
What do you
hats.
measure? 15 inches?
No, actually, this way around it's 19.
No.
This way? This way around
12
I
and a
think
half.
it's
12 and a half.
I think it's 15. So 15,
Yeah, 15
something
inches.
like that. Yeah.
And I have two sons who have. They've got to be smart because their heads are big. When Grant was a little baby, we went to the doctor for his 1 month checkup or 6 month checkup or whatever, and the doctor said, I don't know, his head's kind of big. I think you need to go to a neurosurgeon. We'll talk about panic because
Sure.
I spent my life in special education. I know what hydrocephalus is. Thought of. So we go to the neurosurgeon, and for some reason we were all there. I mean, my husband, my older son, my younger son, and me, and we went in to see the doctor. The doctor took one look at Grant, and then at Tim, my older son, and then at my husband, and he said, "There's nothing wrong with this boy. He just takes after his father." And so
You were like, okay.
okay, fine.
I think it's because I was early and I was breech, and when I came out, my head was all smashed up like it looked like a cone head. My father even, and I looked at my
That's
chart.
why your brain is all the way up in the
There.
top too. It's
I
just
looked
that
at
little
my
walnut
chart
wire
at
up
the
there
University
on
of
top.
Chicago, and the nurse actually documented that there would be possible future child abuse because my father went, "God, is she ugly?" But I was in the bassinet, I mean, behind the glass, so I never heard that, right?
Well,
But that's a story they tell us later on, and my mom said, because I used to complain I was so short. I was so much smaller than everybody. I mean, they were going to hold me back from first grade because I wasn't 3 feet tall. Yeah, that was
are
one
you
of their
3 feet tall yet?
Yeah.
Just
I was 60 inches and 3/8 of an inch. I was 5 foot and 3/8 of an inch. And now I'm 5 foot. And I'm never going to be shorter no matter what they put on the chart. It's 5 foot.
Tori's not 5 foot.
I had to drive with I had a pillow restriction on my driver's license because I couldn't reach the pedals.
That was back when they cared.
That's, I mean, yeah,
They
now
don't
they don't
care
care
anymore.
anymore. So, yeah. But yeah, I had a pillow restriction and
Oh, the first car that I drove.
3 in a tree.
Yep.
64
No,
Ford.
mine was not 3 in the tree. Mine was 5 on the floor. But my uncle owned the car first, and then my dad bought it from my uncle. So by the time I got it, I think it had 212,000 miles on it.
Oh my God.
And my uncle was not the smallest man
Right.
you've ever met. And he had, this was a 1978 AMC Concord
Wow.
with the wood paneling down the side.
Oh, great.
It was beautiful. He had broken all the springs in the driver's side seat because he was a big boy.
Yeah.
So I think I had to have like 3 or 4 phone books underneath me just so I could see above the steering wheel.
Yeah. I know that.
That was an interesting car.
I drove a lot like this because the steering
Oh,
wheels were so
underneath
much bigger.
the steering wheel,
Like
you're
this.
looking up
You're
through
kinda
it.
like this. And now again, because I'm grandma, I'm doing the same thing.
I learned
You know, the seats move up nowadays.
and up.
I know.
And up. Yeah, they
But
move
you have
up
to buy
and
a
up.
quality car. You gotta remember, I buy the basic board. Yeah.
Your next car.
I remember learning, my cousin Gordon taught me how to drive the stick shift, the
3 on the tree.
3 on the tree. And
I did have one of those cars at one time. Yeah.
we during one of my lessons, we ended up bouncing across the ditch into a cornfield.
Yeah, been there, done that.
And at that point, I was shaken up, and I said to him, "You're going to have to drive us out of here because
I can't do it.
I don't know how I did it, and I don't want to do it again."
Mm-hmm.
So he gets behind the wheel. We get to the ditch, and he said, "How the hell did you get across this ditch?" And I said, "I think I just flew. I don't know. I don't know." So that
It
was
was Dukes of Hazzard style.
absolutely. It was pretty impressive.
Oh my God, that's a throwback, isn't it?
Oh yeah, it is.
Yeah.
Wow.
What was it that?
Daisy Duke shorts and
Yes.
Oh my
the
God.
General.
Yeah, there you go.
What was it?
Duke said.
Oh, I know what it was. We were at Another Broken Egg,
Yeah.
and they were talking about the ingredients in this particular egg dish. And they said, "Oh yeah, there's parsley and sage." And I said, "Rosemary and thyme." And they looked at me like I was speaking
Like you
in
were,
tongues.
yeah.
And I said, "Don't you know that Simon and
Simon
Garfunkel?"
Garfunkel's song?
And they said, "Who?"
They had to look it up.
Yes, yes.
Yeah, I was there. It was funny. She was sweet as can be, new girl. And she's like, huh?
And she went and looked it up and said, it is a song. Well, yeah.
We're not making this stuff up.
Back long before she was born, obviously, but
Yeah.
So anyway.
Yeah, and that song has not been remade by a current, you know.
Well, there's something about, that song. It's just one of those you would.
It is kind of
and
iconic.
kind of like a bridge over troubled water. You wouldn't necessarily change that one either.
Well,
yeah, but I don't know.
couldn't
Some
see
of them
putting
are.
that to a beat. Like a bridge.
oh my God.
You know what? Though some of these groups now that are
They're
covering
good.
old songs are doing a phenomenal
Aren't
job.
they? Amazing.
I
would have never.
And see, I listen. I have Sirius FM
Sirius XM. Yeah,
Don't say it
XM.
too loud.
in my car,
yeah, I do too.
and I listen to Jimmy Buffett, Margaritaville radio. So it's all reggae and
Mine is almost always on comedy.
Yeah.
I listen to comedy.
Okay,
I usually have a book going. That's mine.
Those of you who have Sirius XM, what do you listen to? My mother
Yeah, there you
listens to Frank Sinatra, which is really tedious.
Yeah. I mean,
I
I
know.
like Neil Diamond, but not forever.
I should find some like ragtime. That would be fun.
Ragtime.
Yeah.
I like what's that big band type era?
Yeah.
Like D.
Yeah. Yeah.
D D D D D D D D.
Yeah.
D D D.
Now, see,
I could do big band. I could do big
I
band.
like big band.
Ragtime.
I could do Broadway.
I couldn't. I could do Broadway
None of you know.
for a small period of time.
Like maybe 15, 20 years, I could do that. I
See-
haven't paid attention to Broadway for a long time, so I don't necessarily. Besides, they're always just making Broadway just is from a movie, so
No.
What?
they do
What
so
planet
much.
are you on?
They do so much on Broadway, like they'll take a movie and they'll turn it into a play.
You mean like The Lion King?
Well, yeah, like The Lion King and The Little Mermaid and
Shows you what kind of movies she watches.
But then there's other things that they take from Broadway and make into a movie, like
Right.
Cats.
Oh, well, that
which
was a mistake.
not cool. No,
That was-
really was. It was awful.
I didn't
thought
see
for
it.
sure. Oh, it's terrible. Don't.
No,
The movie.
I had seen
not
the
Broadway
play.
show.
The Broadway show is
show is
amazing.
fantastic.
I'd
but
seen the
movies-
play
Yeah.
a couple of times.
Yeah.
And really enjoyed it. And I know that I took my mom to see Cats, and she was sitting right on the aisle, and you know how in the very
yeah.
beginning the cats come down
Yes.
the aisles?
Yes.
Scared the crap out of her.
Right. I couldn't
was
understand
ready
the
to
first
leave.
time we saw it too. It was like all these people. There were so many empty seats, and then the lights went down, and then you heard, "Excuse me, pardon me," and then the lights kind of came up and everything. Then it started, and they were coming out of the woodwork, and it was just weird. Like, okay, now I see. But when you were watching it, someone else came in and sat in that seat, so they must have shared it or something. I don't know, because the theater was full, but it was fun.
Where
was
did you see it?
interesting. In New York.
Oh, of
In
course.
New York. Of course, in New York.
We have a nice theater here in Indianapolis, Clues Theater, that does a lot of Broadway.
Yeah, Clues is good.
That I have
At
seen.
Butler.
One of my favorites was going to see Jesus Christ Superstar with Grant.
Jesus Christ.
And Grant said, "Okay, Mom, what's this about?" And I said, "Jesus Christ." And he said, "No, I know that's the name of the play, but what's it about?" And I said, "Jesus Christ." And he said, "Mom, I'm serious. What's this play about?" I said, "Dear, pay attention. The play is about Jesus Christ." Oh. I said, "That's why they named it that." Oh, okay. He was young.
One of my most favorite ones I ever saw was in Chicago, and the name just left my head.
What was...
The go on, it just left, and I can see Susan Sarandon in it in the movie, and
What's the plot?
Whatever.
there is no plot.
Okay,
It's
I'll tell you.
terrible.
I'll tell you a fun little ditty about one of the plays that Jamie and I went to. It was a small theater in Minneapolis, that was an interactive.
Oh,
Okay, so it was like a dinner theater interactive sort of thing. And it was called We Got a Bingo.
Really?
That was the name of the play, was called We Got a Bingo. It's an interactive play. And essentially you play bingo at this Catholic church who's hosting a bingo night
Okay.
and dinner.
Okay.
So you have a table of like 6 or 8 or 10 or whatever it was. And we bring Jamie's grandmother. So at the time she was probably 80-ish, in that range. And we told her we were taking her to a play. We told her we would be playing bingo and that we'd have dinner. Well, the actors in this, they're the bingo callers, they're the bingo dauber sellers. They give you, they're all actors. Every single one of them. The servers are actors. And then, of course, the caller of the bingo cards, he's the major actor. He's like the main character. And then, so there's this rivalry between the Irish and the Catholics in this. So there's this squabbling back and forth between the actors. It's hysterical.
Really?
Oh yeah, and one of the actresses was like this teenage girl who was a little promiscuous.
Woo!
And in the Catholic Church, that just is not. So she storms off and leaves, and then they call an intermission. So I go outside, and I'm chatting with the actress, who is still in character, even though it's intermission. They stay in character.
That'd be fun.
It was hysterical. And then it was like, it was cheap. It was like $50 a person or something like that. And you got dinner. I mean, and his grandma said, so you get to write this off as a contribution to the church, right?
you gotta love Grandma.
No, Grandma. No, it was a play. But that's how good that they were.
Really? Yeah.
Yeah, they were that good that she was convinced that we were actually at a church.
That's wonderful.
And that we were playing bingo and that somebody actually won. And yeah.
So any movie producers
My
or
gosh,
play
We Got a
producers
Bingo
out there,
was fun.
You should revive that because I think that would be a fun thing.
I'm pretty sure Jamie and I did We Got a Bingo twice.
Wow, that'd be cool.
Because it was fun. It was fun.
Have you remembered your play yet?
No.
Was
it-
Susan
It was
Sarandon?
always on at night and midnight. You would go and see
Oh.
it.
Rocky Horror Picture
That's
Show.
it.
Oh my gosh.
I went to see that in Chicago, and
In
none
the
of my
70s?
friends. Yeah, none
in
of
the
my
70s?
friends-
Was
in
it
the 70s.
in the 70s? Okay. So
When
you-
I was living in Chicago, I was single, and
Oh,
I lived
boy.
downtown, and I went, and it wasn't Susan Sarandon was in it. She's
No.
in the movie.
She's in the movie, yeah.
But again, that's an interactive play. And I remember, I didn't know what freaked me out more, the subway ride home from that at 2 o'clock in the morning, or the actual movie. And I could have sworn that one of the actors got on there without, it looked very similar. But I was so worried in the car that I was like, all the way to my stop. And then I got off thinking that it was one of those stops where the gate was here, but you had the alternative one, but they lock it at night, and I didn't know that. So I'm like down in the stairwell trying to figure out how to get back to the other end without jumping or paying, because I didn't have another card, token. So I
These
jumped
70s, you didn't have a card, you had a token.
So I jumped it. I remember jumping it thinking that I'm being watched.
Yeah, no.
No, I wasn't. It was fine.
Not that.
Rocky Horror. That was
Rocky
it.
Horror
Rocky
Picture.
Horror Picture
That was
Show.
a very good.
I've
cult
never
thing.
seen it, but
It's a cult thing. It was a
Yeah,
following,
yeah.
and there were plenty of people who could have done, like me with Star Wars,
yeah.
done it totally by memory. You know? Star Wars was on this weekend too, by the way.
Was it?
Yeah, 4, 5, and 6.
Oh.
TBS, I think. Yeah.
Well,
You just
guys,
do like a marathon.
They do that quite often. I have to give them credit. They do that quite often. We're up to The Last Jedi, which is number 8. They haven't put out number 9 on the TV yet, so they're holding back. Which is the
Because they'll
The Rise
probably
of
put it.
Skywalker.
They'll probably put it on TV or in the movie theaters.
Probably knowing
Or on
Probably will, or on Disney
and-
Plus.
yeah,
Or Disney
knowing-
Plus, you're
yeah,
right.
Disney
Yeah.
Plus, that's true. So
I have
Okay.
a question for our viewers as
okay,
well.
let me write that down. Sue's question.
My question of the day is, how do you guys do an SSK?
I slip one pearl.
You're
one
looking
knit.
at me, and I do them right now.
She does. She slips 2 knits. She does do them right now.
Well, so you guys both do the slip
Slip
them both over.
them back, and then knit through them.
I don't. I do it in one step.
Well, if you do it in one step, then it's
still an
center.
No, it's still an SSK.
Well, yeah, I guess as long as it leans whatever way it's
Yeah.
supposed to lean, you can do whatever you want to make sure.
I know what I used to do.
If
Knit two together.
if I'm tight, if I'm a little tight, I'll purl. The first one I'll purl. The second one I'll slip as if to knit, because it loosens the front one up a little bit. Because I'm a very tight knitter. So
You are a
sometimes-
tight knitter.
I am.
So I do mine. I'll have to describe it to you. I'll do it as I'm describing it, but I go through the first stitch as if to knit, but don't do anything. Then I twist my needle and I go through the back loop of the next stitch as if to knit. And then I knit through both. So yeah. Does that make sense, guys? Does that make sense?
It does when you watch it.
One move SSK. So I'm still leaning mine the
As long
correct
as
direction.
Yeah. You can do whatever you want as long as it leans the right way.
Or we tease Mika because
They can.
She was just like, well, if I'm just decreasing by 2, I'm just gonna knit 2 together. And
No,
so
I will-
you knit through the back loops for an SSK.
For an SSK, but now I don't, because you convinced me that was wrong. Wrong.
Well,
We did.
We didn't say
We
wrong,
were
wrong,
on
wrong.
it.
We just said that your legs are gonna be.
Don't you talk about my legs.
They're going to be leaning
Legs
the
and
wrong
knitting.
way.
They've
They
reached
lean
the
in
ground.
wrong
That's
way.
all they have to do.
But I have to confess, I put the pattern of this down, and I honestly can't remember if I was supposed to do an SSK on this one or knit 2 together. So yeah, one side of this you do an SSK, and the other side you do a knit 2 together, and I couldn't remember which one. I just did an SSK.
Okay, then I have a question.
Mm-hmm.
When you've got a center marker, okay, and you do a make one right and a make one left, which side do you do the right and which side do you do the left?
And
Depends on what the pattern says.
well, you do the right one on the right and the left one on the left.
You would think that. Stephen West does it the opposite way.
I like I'm just saying, it just depends on what the pattern is written for and what the designer wants your legs to go one way or the other.
Yeah.
Okay,
You got to have your legs.
Yeah, I
you
know.
have to have your legs the right way.
The right way, otherwise you don't get.
Otherwise,
what-
a
the
blind
feeling you
man on a
want.
horse might be able to tell.
Exactly.
So maybe
from-
Stephen wants your legs to be crossed
instead of spread.
instead of spread open.
He's got some quirky new patterns.
And it does depend on which way the spine is going. If you want it to be like this or like this.
And I have to admit, when even
Really?
in
So it's
painted
just-
bricks, I actually did one row where I didn't pay attention,
And you can see it.
and you can definitely see
Yeah,
the
you can
difference
see it.
from up here to down here.
Mm-hmm.
And it wasn't one of those rows that was 900 and some odd stitches. It was one of the smaller rows because I wanted to
God.
see. Well, he does a make one. You do a right and a left on the painted bricks, and he also does the make one where you do it with the backwards loop. And that, talk about adding another, which way do you go? Do you turn it this way, or do you go
Do you twist it this way or twist it that way?
And,
So, I didn't bother
and if you
worrying
twist
about
it
that.
one way, it becomes a yarn over.
Right. And if it goes the other
Okay, I have a new question for you from
From
Storyworth.
Storyworth.
Oh, yeah.
I haven't answered this one yet either.
Are you behind?
No, I give them to. I'll do it today.
Okay.
I have a week to answer them. The backstory on this is my son got me a gift for my birthday, and the gift was this Storyworth program. And what they do is they send me a question every week. I write an answer to the question, and what will happen in the end after a year is all of my responses will be compiled into a book, and then I can buy the book and give it to my children and grandchildren. So far, it's been really fun. And the first one was have I ever won anything?
And
then the second one was talking about how do I pick my friends? What qualities do I look for in friends? The third one was when were you the happiest?
Right.
And we talked about that one last week. This week was have you ever pulled a prank? And no, I haven't. I've done absolutely nothing except this one time.
At band camp.
No, it was, I had friends that I hung out with when I was in high school. There were 4 of us, and we'd gone to school all through the grades, all through high school. And we were together, and I don't know, feeling our oats and probably drinking. And we stole a for sale sign off of a house, took the for sale sign and put it out in front of the high school.
yeah, you told me that on Wednesday.
Yeah.
Oh, my goodness.
We thought we were so clever, but we never really heard much about it. Years later, I was, I think, at a fraternity party with my then boyfriend, later husband, and someone was talking about the first time they drove through my hometown. And the darndest thing, there was a for sale sign on the high school. And I thought, I wonder how that got there.
I wonder how that got there.
Yeah, we talked about that because I think all we ever really did
my
was
gosh.
steal the mascot or something like that. That was
Oh, we did all kinds of stuff in high school. Our class
We
was
did it at camp.
our class was known as being a little bit
Raunchy.
that and promiscuous and devious, and yeah, for sale signs, the band, our marching band, and my marching band in high school had 250 kids in it.
Big band.
And it was a tradition every year to toilet paper the band director's house. Well, we went a little farther than that.
Uh-oh.
We put 50 for sale signs in his front yard.
Oh my God.
And I don't know how
The
many
realtors in your hometown were pissed.
Oh, they were pissed. We got a bathtub and a toilet. We put that in his front porch. Yeah, I don't know how many cases of toilet paper.
What did you play?
And plastic forks, and
She played plastic. She played the spork.
I played flute, piccolo, and saxophone.
I think I knew that.
Yeah,
I was not in band.
we had to take all of the for sale signs back to the respective
Oh my God.
realtors' houses because we didn't know which houses we stole them from. We had to take them to the real estate companies or pay a $50 per sign fine. So we got.
Well,
those
we
back.
never got caught, so.
Well, we didn't get caught on the night that we did it, but it was known that it was the band game. It was, there was plenty of us that were doing
You have
that.
a reputation.
You know, we took the principal's car and we dismantled it and put it into the gymnasium.
We did that too. Actually, we put it on the roof.
You put it on the roof. We put it in the gymnasium.
Everything in our place to put it on the roof. And then when we got a dome gymnasium, and in a snowstorm it actually fell down once. We were all on a bus leaving early, and everybody looked over. Hey, look, the roof's gone, and the whole building collapsed. It was terrible. But yeah, everything went on the roof. We had a flat roof on it, so everything went up there, and we had a goat up there, and we'd put a fence up, and when we'd steal mascots and things like that. So yeah.
My for sale sign looks awfully mild compared to you guys.
Put it in the comments. Let us know what you guys did.
We were
Yeah.
very much rebels.
Yeah.
Yes.
There
yes.
was 590 of us in my class.
There weren't that many in my class.
There was
Yeah.
about 4 something. We were one
Yeah,
of the
so
bigger
you had
classes.
a bigger class too.
Yeah.
Well, we had the largest class the school had ever had, but it was only like 165 or something
Oh
like
no,
that.
we were busting at the seams when
Yeah, we were
at that
too.
time when the
were too.
school had it. So yeah, put in the comments what you guys did.
Yeah. What was your favorite
as your
prank?
Yeah, what was your favorite
What's
prank?
your favorite prank? That would be pretty cool. We'll read off some of them.
Doctor's front yard, the one
Yeah,
year.
that has to be the
That was probably my favorite prank.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I have to admit something like that would be fun.
Although my husband, I'll tell you guys this really quick. My husband worked at a country club in high school, and in all facets of it, he slipped once going into the kitchen, with your non-slip shoes on in the greasy kitchen floor,
Right.
slipped and went to catch himself on the counter, but instead of actually hitting the counter, he hit the industrial size container of saran wrap
Oh no.
and slit his wrist like diagonally.
Ooh.
Just one.
Oh.
Right. But it was at the Rochester Country Club and the hospital's right there, so they whizzed him over to the hospital and all is well. But of course, the guys at the country club totally made fun of him, like he
sure.
was trying to kill himself with a
Yeah, a
slit his
saran-
rib
with
slit his
saran wrap,
ribs
with a
with a saran wrap box. So it became a thing to saran wrap his car.
Oh.
And then when I started dating him, my car started to get saran wrapped as well. And it is a pain in the ass to unsaran wrap
Oh,
a
I
car.
bet. Yeah, I mean, I know how it is when
The
you
old
use shrink
saran
wrap
wrap?
and
My
stuff.
God.
Oh my
Yeah,
god.
they go underneath the car.
On the whole thing, yeah.
You get
You
like
could
5 or
roll-
6 people together and
Yeah.
oh my god. Yeah.
Fun.
So that was fun to prank him with, but it wasn't fun to get that prank.
No, it wouldn't have been.
But it
That
was
would
fun
have
to
been
do it to
fun.
him.
Yeah.
Because I
Yeah.
did it to my husband a couple times before we were married.
We would let the air out of tires a lot of times.
Oh God.
Yeah, we did that. So they come out of school and all of a sudden there's 4 flat tires. But all you had to do is call, but then they had to
For
call
sale
back.
sign.
Yeah.
That's it. Well,
For
there were a
sale
few
sign.
others, but
Yeah.
nothing as bad as you guys.
Nothing that you want to talk about on air. Yeah, yeah.
Yeah. And on that note,
Yeah.
On that note, maybe we're done.
We probably have rambled on enough, and you guys are learning way more stuff about us than you need to know.
but that's okay. We can learn about you when you put it in the
Exactly.
comments.
Yes. So comment about
What
Your-
pranks?
Your prank.
your prank.
Your favorite
and there
prank.
was something else I asked.
You were asked.
No, that I said.
Oh yeah. There
Oh,
was
yeah.
something else. What was it?
Mhm.
Wait, see, this is not scripted. That's why.
Right. Also,
we
think
don't
of
remember.
something she could do with this.
No, look in your
No.
notes. What was it? There was something else I said.
I don't know
What
if I
about
wrote
you
it
went,
down.
guys?
and you went, yeah, I'll write that down.
Pulled a prank, your story. Sue, how do you do an SSK? Nope. I didn't write that down, so it must not
Whatever.
be that important.
They know. They're already
You
writing
got
it down.
You got it.
You
You're
got it.
putting
You
it in the
know. You know.
comments.
Anyway, so make that comment, and do comment because I personally
We just love the
reading
comments.
Yeah, and
I
we
do
try
too.
and make sure that you get a response of one sort or another. And thank you to our subscribers. We love you. Thank you to our viewers. We love you. We are.
Yeah, and if you're new here and
Can
this
you getting a
this
thing here
relates
that
to
we
you,
love you? Getting a theme going?
just go ahead and subscribe.
We're very affectionate people.
No,
So
we're not.
have a good week.
Yeah.
And you have
Keep
fun
knitting.
at your mom's house, and you can fill everybody in next week
Yeah.
about your
Yeah,
time.
yeah. And
Take pictures with Ginny. I need Ginny pictures.
oh, okay.
Yeah.
The
we don't have many.
and she's got that new yarn shop in her town,
That'll be nice.
And then
Yeah,
it will-
the Blueberry Cottage.
Blueberry Cottage. Well, Mom says they've
Shout
got a
out
lot
to
more.
Blueberry Cottage.
Plymouth, Indiana. Check it
Yeah.
out. And
Indiana.
yeah, we'll be checking
Yeah,
that out again.
cool.
And so I may have new yarn from there.
But that's not online shopping. But
But that's not my coffee table either.
And that doesn't count.
Oh,
That doesn't count because it's not online shopping.
who knew?
See,
Filbert.
Filbert says goodbye.
Okay.
Goodbye.
Bye-bye. Have a good week.
Goodbye, you nuts.